Uber driver horror stories from passengers. This single ride started normal, but what the passenger discovered at the end made him question who was really driving the car. Before we go on, press like right now, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. This channel brings you intense horror stories that keep you thinking long after the video ends. If you enjoy disturbing ride-share horror, do not just watch and leave. Support the channel with a like and subscription so you never miss the next terrifying upload. This story was sent by a passenger who insisted every detail happened exactly as described. Listen closely and decide for yourself what really happened. The ride was booked at 1:12 in the morning after a late shift. The passenger was exhausted and just wanted to get home. The Uber app showed a driver with a high rating, thousands of trips, and a calm, smiling profile photo. Nothing looked suspicious. The car was 7 minutes away, then 5, then 3. Everything felt normal until the car icon stopped moving 1 block away and stayed there for almost 2 minutes. The passenger assumed the driver was finishing another ride. Then a message appeared. "I am here. Do not cancel." That felt slightly strange because drivers usually say they are arriving, not already here. The passenger walked outside and looked around. The street was nearly empty. One dark blue sedan was parked across the road with its lights off but engine running. The plate number matched. He opened the back door and got in. The inside of the car was unusually cold, like strong air conditioning, but he could not hear any fan running. The driver did not say hello, did not confirm the name, and did not look back. He just started driving immediately. After about 30 seconds, the passenger said, "Good morning." No response. He tried again louder. Still nothing. The driver finally spoke after almost a full minute. His voice was flat and emotionless. He said, "Seat belt." Nothing else. The passenger buckled up and checked the app. The route looked correct, but the progress bar was not moving. The map showed the car still at the pickup point even though they had already driven several streets away. He refreshed the app. It stayed frozen. He asked the driver if the app was working on his side. The driver said, "It is working enough." That answer created the first real wave of discomfort. 2 turns later, the car entered a road the passenger did not recognize. He had lived in the city for years. This street was narrow, unmarked, and had no functioning streetlights. He said the map shows a different road. The driver replied, "The map is slow tonight." The passenger checked his signal. Full bars, fast internet. The app still showed no movement. Then another strange detail appeared. The driver profile photo changed. Same name, different face. Now the picture showed a much older man with glasses and a scar on his cheek. The passenger felt a chill and thought it was a loading error. He closed and reopened the app. Same new photo. He leaned forward slightly and looked at the driver mirror. No glasses, no scar, completely different person. He asked, "Did your profile photo just change?" The driver answered, "It updates sometimes." That made no sense. Profile photos do not change during rides. The car continued through darker streets. No other vehicles, no pedestrians, no open shops. It felt like the city had quietly emptied. Then the radio turned on by itself. Just static. Loud, sharp static. The driver did not touch anything. After a few seconds, the static lowered and a voice came through, very faint. Not music, not a station, a voice reading numbers slowly. The passenger asked if the driver heard it. The driver said, "The radio does that when the road is wrong." The passenger asked what that meant. No reply. He tried to share his live trip with a friend through the app. The share button failed with an error message he had never seen before. Trip unavailable. His heart rate increased. He started recording video quietly with his phone. As they passed an intersection, he noticed something that made his stomach drop. They had already passed the same broken traffic light 10 minutes earlier. Same flicker pattern, same graffiti on the pole. He was sure of it. He said, "We already drove here." The driver responded calmly, "Not with me." The passenger said he wanted to end the ride early. The driver said, "You can end it when it finishes." That answer did not match the question. The door lock buttons were disabled. The window controls did not respond. The passenger pulled the handle slightly. It did not open. He spoke louder and said, "Unlock the door." The driver said, "It is safer closed." The temperature in the car dropped further. The passenger could see his breath. The driver showed no reaction to the cold. Then the app notification sound played on the passenger phone. Trip completed. But the car was still moving. The screen now showed a receipt. 0 cost, 0 distance, 0 time. Driver name unavailable. He felt real fear now. Not discomfort, not suspicion, fear. He said, "The trip just ended on my phone." The driver answered, "Yes. So why are we still driving?" the passenger asked. The driver finally turned his head slightly for the first time and said, "Because you are still here." The passenger began speaking loudly, pretending to be on a call, reading the plate number and describing the driver. The car slowed immediately. Without warning, the locks clicked open. The driver pulled over beside a long concrete wall with no buildings around. The passenger opened the door and stepped out quickly. The cold night air felt warmer than the inside of the car. He turned to take a photo of the plate. There was no plate, just a blank mounting space. He stepped back in confusion. The driver window rolled down halfway. The driver looked directly at him and said one final sentence. "Next time, check the car before you get in." The window rolled up. The car drove forward, turned the corner, and did not appear on the connecting street. No engine sound, no headlights, gone. When the passenger checked his phone again, there was no trip history at all. No booking, no cancellation, nothing. Like the ride never existed. He sent the screen recording to support. They replied that no driver had been assigned to his account at that time. Now here's what makes this story even more disturbing. His home security camera showed him getting dropped off that night by a car at exactly the right time. The video clearly showed him stepping out of the back seat, but the driver's seat looked empty. No visible person behind the wheel. So here's the question for you. If the app had no record, the plate did not exist, and the camera showed no driver who completed the ride. If you enjoyed this Uber driver horror story from a passenger, press like now, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the next horror upload. I want you to comment your honest opinion. What do you think really happened in this ride? App glitch, stage story, or something far worse? Tell me your theory in the comments, and do not forget to like and subscribe before you leave.